Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell so you get all the notifications for all my new uploads. So today is part 2 of how I got started video game collecting. So let's see. I started 3 years ago, like I said in the last video, and I've got about 300 to 400 plus games in my collection. So yeah, like I just kind of like had this thought to myself that, like, before I started collecting, like, oh, I had like 20 games, yeah, I don't need to collect more games, I haven't even played some of these games that I got, So then I started to kind of like watch YouTube and watch people collect games. And then I decided, you know what, I just enjoy games, and I enjoy the artwork. And I enjoy just trying games too, whether I beat it or play it through, I just enjoy playing games, so I just kind of, from there, I just kind of decided, yeah, I'm going to play games and buy more games. And, so it just kind of stemmed from there. And, I started collecting, and I'm trying to think about what I started collecting first. It just kind of spiraled off into collecting kind of a little bit of everything. And here on Guam, we are limited. We don't have a Walmart, we don't have a Target, so for modern, like, gaming, if you want, for collecting modern games, there's not really a lot of options. We have 2 GameStops, and, and then I depend on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and, any private deals between friends, trades, stuff like that. So, and the retro gaming scene out here is pretty, like, it's here, but I mean, when I ordered Cruisin' Blast at GameStop, I think I was the only person that pre-ordered that game on the whole island. Like, there might have been a couple other people, but I mean, I think stateside, probably a lot of people pre-ordered that, to get that, and of course there's millions and millions of more people over there than we have here. So Guam's very small and overpopulated, but the gaming scene is popular. I mean, more of the modern gaming is popular here. So yeah, I think that, like, just the nostalgia of like Super Nintendo and NES and Genesis games, from being a kid, it got me re-excited as an adult, and I decided, man, like, I remember all those games. I just really want to, like, go back and relive that, and it's cool because I, like, have these flashbacks all the time, from like when I was a kid enjoying games, and there's always just this like fascination and special place, like, that I went to, when I played video games as a child, and every time I play now, that's where I go, and it's just that warm, nostalgic, good fuzzy feeling. So yeah, so I started collecting Super NES and Sega, and what else? Like, there was Dreamcast. I showed you guys my Dreamcast collection. I was really late to the Dreamcast. I saw it growing up, and I even saw it for super cheap, games for cheap, and I just, just died out so quickly, that I never really, had a chance to really get, like, interested or go to someone's house and play it and try it, I remember the commercials. The commercials were so cool. It's thinking, those were cool commercials. All the Sega commercials, they always seemed cooler than even Super Nintendo, for sure. So yeah, what else? PlayStation 1. I remember I didn't get a PS1. I never actually had a PS1. It was, well, the original anyhow. I had the small compact version. And that was the first time not the first time I played Tony Hawk 2, but yeah. So yeah, I ended up playing Tony Hawk 2 on the PS1. And then, yeah, so then after that, then the Xbox came out. And I remember the first time I played that, I was at my cousin's on the holiday, and he was playing Amped. And that just blew me away when I saw Amped and, the graphics on the Xbox. So, I just fell in love with the Xbox right there. And then maybe a couple years later, I got me an Xbox finally, you know, and I got amped, and you know, I got the DVD remote at the time, and that was so cool to be able to play. I think sometimes I think I almost played more movies when I was growing up playing on the Xbox than I played games on the Xbox. I still have a collection of Xbox in the States in my storage lockers, so it'll be cool to see those games again. And I still have my OG Xbox there. I have an OG Xbox now. I've had several, and I just redid one of the capacitors on the one that leaks on the inside. I soldered it and put in the new capacitor. So OG Xbox, yeah, I fell in love with that. Still in love with that system. That's for sure one of my favorite systems of all time. Then, you know, probably number one is probably Super Nintendo for sure. But yeah, so what was after the Xbox? After Xbox, my next console, I never had a GameCube. I definitely played on the GameCube. I just kind of looked at it. It was like a kiddie system. I think that was the same time as the Xbox, right? Yep, same time. And so, like, I kind of, you know, my buddy had it. I played it, you know, and it just, I don't know. It just didn't seem as cool as the Xbox at the time, you know. But GameCube is awesome. GameCube's awesome. There's a GameCube video coming up for sure. So stay tuned for the GameCube video. So let's see. After the GameCube, yeah, PS2. I never had a PS2 growing up. I went to my friends. He had a PS2. It was awesome. It was great. I mean, you know, the PS2 was the biggest selling console at that time. I mean, it outdid everybody, right? So PS2 is not such like close to me, but you know, I do remember when it came out, how huge it was, how beautiful that black system looked. And then, you know, I have both. I have a slim and I also have a fat. There'll be a PS2 video coming up at some point. So yeah, so there, you know, you had all those systems back then and everything. And so then I got, you know, that's how I, you know, that's remembering all that and then kind of coming full circle as an adult and wanting to relive that time, you know, really sparked off me collecting. And I just can't stop. It's like a disease. You know, I'm sure that, you know, all the other retro game, you know, collectors out there can relate to that, because that, I mean, you know, like I just love it. I love the hunt. I love going out to, like, you know, the limited amount of thrift stores we have here, you know. We actually have flea markets, and I feel like I've been missing out, and I really need to make it to the flea markets to find some good deals on some games. And, you know, a lot of the stuff when you go to the thrift stores here, it's really limited, you know, and stuff, you know, you're like, I mean, I've got some good scores, but you know, it's, you know, there's not as much, space here for stores, you know, on this small island, you know, so, retro game hunting is more of a struggle here, you know, really is. So, you know, unfortunately, I end up going on eBay when I'm desperate to get a game I really want to get, you know, but yeah, I mean, you know, if you guys ever see games that I put up, you know, and I'm advertising, you know, and I have a double, and I'm showing I have a double, and you have a double, and you wanted the game, you know, just hit me up on my Instagram at Christopher or Chris671. I think it's Christopher671. Yeah, Christopher671. Christopher671 Guam. Christopher671 Guam is my Instagram. I'll put it in the description box down below. So anyways, yeah, so that's why, like, on my last video I was asking, you know, I'll probably ask on other videos, you know, about donating to my channel, because, you know, it's harder out here. It's harder to, you know, collect out here. And if people want to trade with me or hit me up on Instagram, you know, to trade games, you know, I'm so happy to, you know, entertain that. And, you know, so yeah, any opportunity, you know, I just try to go for it and get it, because, you know, like I said, it's difficult out here. And the community's small, you know, but I'm happy that there is a community, you know, because if there wasn't, you know, I'd be all alone, you know, so at least there's some people. And sometimes the island surprises me. I can't believe what I find sometimes. I remember an instance when I went out and I got on a deal, I got I got an entire, I think I got like 70 games or something, 80 plus original Xbox games complete for like $50, you know. And like one of the games I got was Conquerors, Bad Fur Day Reloaded, and like that game paid for the whole box, like right there. So I was super stoked to get that box that day. So anyways, thanks for tuning in and, you know, coming back to my channel to check my videos. And if you want to see more videos like this one, you know, give it a thumbs up. And, yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and, you know, hit the bell so you get notifications for any new uploads that I'm going to put up. And, yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Bye.